Yo, what's cracking, baby? What's happening out there tonight? We're going to be looking at hole number 1 and hole number 3 for the breakdown. And let's get into it. All right, so basically what's going to happen is on hole number 1, we want to make sure that we're looking at a couple of things. And basically on the setup, we're looking for the second bounce. So we're not really concentrating on the yellow bullseye, but we're concentrating on the second bounce. And so what do you mean concentrating on the second bounce? Right here, this is what we're looking at. So if you look right here, you've got 2 dark squares behind the hole. So if you count 1, 2, right? And then you count upwards vertically, 1, 2, 3, you have the third dark square right there underneath the hump. Just behind that in the light square is where you're going to be placing the second bounce. Now you're going to go full backspin and 2 right spin. The only thing that you're going to notice though is watch this when I set it. Right. Okay. It actually takes off just a little bit of the backspin, and it takes off just a smidge of the right spin. It will change just a little bit. So just be aware of that. It's not going to be perfect on both because to give up one, you're giving up a little bit on the other. Okay? So with that being said, you've got to see that when you start to give it that right spin, it's going to take just a little bit off the back. And so just know that. So again, you're going to be going up here to that line, right up there, okay? And that's the easy way to do it. You could count three lines up if you want, 1, 2, 3, and but turning it sideways just a little bit kind of helps me get there a little easier. Okay. But notice this, when I start to go back here, I actually move my target here. I'll play it normally from this position, and you'll notice I slide it back through the bottom here. See how I move it back? So I'm actually on the bottom side of the I'm going to zoom in here on that. I'm maybe a little bit more rear of that light square. I started directly in the middle, but maybe about 30% or so. But you can still notice where the tip of the ball guide is in the other light square. Maybe we can go back and look at that angle, because basically, yeah, I mean, it's still in the light square there, but it's going to be close. The only thing is I've noticed if we're too far forward in that second hop, X marks the spot here. If the second hop is too far forward, like right up in here, you'll actually miss on the left side of the hole here. So the funnel is more so in this area. And I've noticed X marks the spot here. So I noticed from this area to about right here on that line has been the sweet spot for this play. Okay. And we're on the line there. I move it back down, but we're actually going to be on the line. So just straightly from the corner down on that line, okay? All right, and then so we'll just play it on out and let you finish seeing the finished product. And we'll watch the line of the ball too. We want you to get a good idea of the line that the ball is traveling down. And just so you can see visually of where it's landing and where it's traveling through the diamond-shaped squares, because they're turned to a diamond when it's rolling down. So we'll look at this right here, as you can see it, and then we're going to replay that, okay? Hey, and look at that. That's dead nuts, man. That's what we want, though. That's what we want. So let's just look at this for a second. So we know what? 2 squares behind the hole, and then 1, 2, 3, right? So technically, if we're playing X marks the spot, we originally set up right here. Well, that ball is actually landing over there just a little bit. So remember that. Make sure you're not down here, but you're up here near this area on that line, okay? So let's just kind of see where this hits. I'm gonna slow it down here so we can really see it. Right there. That's where it's landing. Okay? And then from that corner right there, so that may be the magic corner right there, huh? This square could be the magic corner. Once you get to there, it's falling down diagonally. And that's dead nuts, man. Dead nuts. So if we were to look at 1, 2, then 1, 2, 3, we're up there. It's going to be landing in that square, dropping down to this square, and dude, that's it. So that gives you a good visual of where you need to be. Now we've hit this hole right here. I mean, money, money, money times. So count on it. Roll with it. We did it live stream. We've did it private stream. We've done, just hit it, baby. Hit it. You got it. So trust in it, baby. Trust in it. You'll feel it. You'll feel it. Get it out. All right. So basically, this is hole 3. You're just driving it down here to the end of the fairway. Okay. Now you don't have to get too tight because guess what? Look at this. Look at all that room you got with the sniper there. So there's no reason to press it at the drive. Got it? So just be smart about that. Okay. Your biggest concern is that you're going to be landing up here. So look at all this backspin that we're putting on it. You're going to be landing right in the middle of the hill, right in this area. Now, there's a hill, and it starts to creep downwards. Okay, X marks the spot. It will try and leak to the rough right here, okay? You want to stay up top in this area, okay? Once you achieve that, see how the hill starts to break down a little bit right there? Make sure you're on top of that hill because it will leak on you, so be careful of that, all right? So once you land here, we're just going to fast forward it because we know what we're trying to do, okay? Once you're there, you're going minus 10% mid-distance, okay? Now pay attention to this part right here, okay? This is very, very important. Notice the dark row right below the pin. The funnel is, let me see if I can set the camera right here. Let's see. The funnel, now you're following my blue line here, okay? The funnel needs to be, it happens at this line over to about the middle of that line. So don't run it up this way, okay? You need to get it over, get your ball guide, preferably on the left side of this line right here, okay? And notice right here on the bullseye, when I set it, X marks the spot. I'm going to be even on both sides. I'm not letting half of it hang over half. You want to make sure that you're very even with your symmetrical circumference of the bullseye. Got it? So from this point right here, notice what we're doing. I'm going to wiggle a little bit, just kind of really to retest. And you see the line that it's taking, right? I'll stop it here in just a second. Okay. And then I'm just going to, I kind of wasted a little bit of time during the live stream when I hit this part right here, but I would say get close to it and then just move the bullseye, and then, because I had to find that. But notice this right here, very critical. Lightly going over the top of the rough, lightly going over the bottom. You're in the middle, okay? You're in the middle. So 5-6 is 4-6. I pull the 6 and then I go to the 5 at the end. And And this right here will push right up to that line. And see how it's moving from left to right? Boom. And that's dead nuts, baby. Dead nuts. All right, guys, that is hole number 1 and hole number 3 breakdown from the Iceman.